Hey everybody, what's up? So, my sister Alicia told me something interesting a couple years back. She told me in order for you to be rich and famous and everything that you had, or for you to be rich, that you had to kill someone. And that if you didn't kill someone, then they wouldn't let you be rich and famous. You had to make a human sacrifice. Now, this could be a conspiracy theory. I don't know. But you hear Rick Ross and Future and them trying to kill me and saying that they would make my cousin rich if she killed me. And that she could sue for a wrongful death suit or something if they killed me, and that they would pay my family to let them murder me. So, I don't know if this is a conspiracy theory, but here I am dying, and Rick Ross and Future and all of them are trying to keep me from healing and getting the right medical treatment that I need. And they sent Rihanna down here, who lives in New York, and Kevin Gates, and Rick Ross, and Scoop, and a couple of other famous people. So I'm starting to believe that, and they keep saying that they're Illuminati. So I'm starting to believe that Alicia's not so batshit crazy after all, and that the Illuminati are rich and famous people who think that you have to kill someone and make a human sacrifice to be rich and famous. So we're going to look up, I've never done this before, but we're going to look up all the actors that have, and famous people that have committed murder, and let's see how crazy she is or isn't. You hear Rick Ross, and you hear Kevin Gates, and you hear Black Ink Crew, and if you go on the Black Ink Crew's YouTube channel, and you watch the Black Ink Crew's YouTube channel, then you can see that they're on there admitting everything that they have done to me. So I'm not so batshit crazy either, because the Black Ink Crew is bragging about it on YouTube, on their YouTube channel, about everything that Caesar and them did to me with my baby daddy, who also wants to be rich and famous. He said that he was going to kill me and be on the next 48 hours. I got hiccups. But he said he was going to kill me and be made by the police on the next 48 hours. And that the police would let him kill me and get away with it. That he's all powerful. So let's see how many celebrities have actually committed murder. We're going to do this, and I'm kind of interested to see how true or isn't true this is. Let's see. How many celebrities have been to jail for murder? Alrighty, let's turn this around. Okay, so on here it says it's difficult to provide an exact comprehensive number of celebrities who have been to jail for murder, as the definition of celebrity can vary. However, there are over 100 notable individuals, including entertainers, athletes, public figures, listed in public database for charges of murder. So, let's see. There is Phil Spector, music producer, convicted of second-degree murder in 2009. O.J. Simpson, though acquitted in criminal court, he was found liable for deaths in civil court. Aaron Hernandez, former football player, convicted of first-degree murder. Ray Caruth, former NFL football player, convicted for conspiring to murder. Robert Blake, actor, acquitted of murder but held liable in civil court. Let's see. Dive deeper in AI mode. Let's dive deeper. Let's see. Okay. While there is no definite official core, at least 15 to 20 high-profile celebrities have been jailed or imprisoned specifically for murder-related charges, including murder, manslaughter, or murder for hire. See? Manslaughter or murder for hire. They hired someone to kill someone. Phil Spector. Oscar Pistorius, Olympic sprinter. Aaron Hernandez. Michael Jace. Vince Neil has been to jail for manslaughter. Don King. Leslie Graham. Joe Exotic. O.J. Simpson was acquitted but found guilty and held for liable in civil court. Snoop Dogg, charged with murder in 1993, and he and his bodyguards were eventually found not guilty. And remember, they promised that they don't face charges for murder, like my baby daddy. Robert Blake, the Beretta actor, was acquitted of the 2001 murder of his wife. Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane arrested for murder in 2005, but the charges were dropped after it was determined he acted in self-defense. Gucci Mane was acquitted of murder. Blake was acquitted of murder. Snoop Dogg was acquitted of murder. O.J. Simpson was acquitted of murder. Joe the Exotic Tiger King served 21-year sentence for a murder-to-hire plot targeting Carol Baskin. Leslie Graham, the EastEnders actor, served 10 years in prison in 1966 murder of a taxi driver in Germany before starting his acting career. Don King, the boxing promoter, spent nearly 4 years in prison for non-negligent manslaughter after stomping an employee to death in 1966. He stomped an employee to death. Vince Neil, the Motley Crue frontman, has served 15 days in jail for vehicular manslaughter following a 1984 car crash that killed Hannah Rock's drummer Nicholas Razzle Dingley. Michael Jace, known for his role in The Shield, Jace was sentenced to 40 years to life in 2016 for second-degree murder of his wife, April Jace. Aaron Hernandez, so there's another wife killer. Aaron Hernandez, the former New England Patriots star, was convicted of first-degree murder for the death of Odin Lloyd. He was serving a life sentence when he died by suicide in prison in 2017. Oscar Pistorius, the Olympic sprinter, was convicted of murdering his girlfriend. Okay, that's great. Revis Steenkamp in 2013. He served roughly 9 years of the 13-year sentence before granted parole in 2024. Phil Spector, the legendary music producer, was sentenced to 19 years to life in 2003 murder of actress Lane Clarkson. He died in prison in 2021. In 2021, he died in prison. Oop, hold on a minute. Crap. Okay. So, there have been at least 15 to 20 high-profile crimes, and some of them were acquitted, and some of them had to do real time. Now, the guy who is after me, the notorious Rick Ross. Let's see if he's ever been convicted of murder. Let's see. Okay. What has Rick Ross been to... What has Rick Ross been to prison for? Okay, the rapper Rick Ross, William Leonard Roberts, has not served time in prison while he faced controversy over his past work as a correctional officer. Rick Ross used to be a correctional officer while he faced controversy over his past work as a correctional officer. He has not been convicted of felonies leading to incarceration. He is often confused with Freeway Rick Ross, the drug kingpin who was sentenced to life, later reduced for cocaine trafficking. Let's see. Okay, so Rick Ross here, that lives here in Georgia, kidnapping and aggravated assault. So, in 2015, Ross was arrested for allegedly pistol whipping a groundskeeper at his Georgia mansion. He was held in jail for about a week, posting a $2 million bond. In 2017, he pled no contest to felony count of aggravated assault and several misdemeanors. He was sentenced to time served the week he spent in jail and 60 months on probation. He's also faced marijuana possession and failure to appear in court. Let's see. And then there was cocaine trafficking and a sentence reduced. But Rick Ross was here in Georgia, was definitely in prison for kidnapping his groundskeeper, pistol whipping him, and aggravated assault. He pled no contest, which is basically you're guilty, but you don't want to say you're guilty, usually. He pled no contest to a felony count of aggravated assault and several misdemeanors. He was sentenced to time served after kidnapping and aggravated assault. He's also been arrested for marijuana possession and failure to appear. Now, the second one they're saying is after me is Kevin Gates and Rihanna. Let's see. What has Kevin Gates been arrested for, the famous actor? Or rapper. I should have said rapper. Okay, so Kevin Gates, primarily known as a rapper rather than an actor, has a criminal history that includes a 2016 conviction for battery for kicking a female fan in 2015 concert. He was sentenced to 180 days in jail for that incident rather than arrested. He's also been arrested for battery, 2015, 2016, weapons and drugs. Gates has had rather a run-in with the law over his career involving weapons and drug charges. Juvenile charges. He was arrested at 13 for being a passenger in a stolen vehicle. Okay, so he is been faced battery charges, weapons and drugs, and juvenile court. And Rihanna, I don't think Rihanna has any charges. What has the singer Rihanna been in jail for? Alright. Rihanna has never been in jail, arrested, or convicted of a crime. She has not served time in prison, and there are no records of her having a criminal record information otherwise that is incorrect. So there are lots of... Oh, wait. Dives into Rihanna's arms as not guilty. Okay. A$AP Rocky, apparently, in February 19, 2025, fell into Rihanna's arms as not guilty verdict is handed. I don't know what that's about. But Rihanna has never been faced with a crime, although I have seen Rihanna at both sites of where I was drug out. I had seen Rihanna before I was drug out in Kenwood, and then I seen Rihanna when I was at Magnolia Bay, along with Kevin Gates and also Rick Ross. I seen their faces. I know their names, of course, like everyone else. I know their voices because of the music that I listen to, just like everyone else. So, is it true that you have to commit murder and kill someone in order to be rich and famous? Or is this another conspiracy theory? But I hear Rick Ross and Rihanna and Kevin Gates. I see Rihanna, Rick Ross, and Kevin Gates. Rick Ross's Georgia mansion is about 15 minutes from my house, down the street. He is a local artist and celebrity here, and he does live 15 minutes down the street from me. And apparently someone told him about my tattoo, and he was not pleased about me having my tattoo, even though it was a couple's tattoo between me and my husband. And Rick Ross owns no rights whatsoever to the boss title. He has never trademarked it. He doesn't own any rights to it. So therefore, technically, I am not false claiming him, because I've always said that I have never met him. Even though we live in the same town and county, I have never met Rick Ross. And I've never met Tip Harris either. Let's put that out there. And I've never said that I have met either one of them. So, is it a conspiracy theory? Or is this their real life? Look it up for yourself. Watch my video. And follow me for more. And let me know what you think. Peace.